All right. Hello, violins. This is Mr. Nava, as you can see. I hope you guys are having a good summer. And this is going to be the first video that's going to help you with the music that you have to play for the middle school all region audition, which everybody in the honor orchestra is going to be participating in at the beginning of the year. Now, what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be going measures 1 through 4, only the top line of music. But there's a couple of things that you do have to realize. There are two all-region audition pieces. The first one is called Mollenhauser Fantasia. So that'll be the first one, the one at the top of the page. It looks a little bit different from what I gave you or what I sent you through email because I put it into my music notation software so I could play it for you. So I could play it through the computer and it can show you how the rhythms go with the beat and everything. The second all region piece is down below and it's called Dancia number 27. Okay. And it's a little bit slower. It's a lot slower actually because the Fantasia is 132 BPM for the metronome. And then the Dancia is 76. So this one's a slower one, more vibrato, more clean notes, longer bows, okay? But let's go and get into what we're going to be doing for this first video, which is going to be Mollenhauser Fantasia, measures 1 through 4. The first note that you have here is your open G. I know we didn't really play a lot of G notes in class, but that's kind of the way it goes. So now we're going to start off with a brand new note. It's open G, okay? And of course, this symbol up here means down bow. So make sure that you're holding your bow correctly, correct fingers and everything, and make sure that your bow is in the middle of the string between the bridge and the fingerboard. Okay, that's really important for tone. The first note is G, down bow. And then you have notes after this, which you can look up on your finger chart. But just to show you, it's G, B, D, G, B, D, G. And then we have a curvy line right here, which is your slur, which means you move the bow in one direction for the two notes. Okay. So this note right here, the B would be G2. Okay. So G, B, then open D is the third note. D. The fourth note is G again, but it's D3. So it's another G, but it's a higher G. D string, third tape. Then you have B, which is A1. Then you have D, which is A3, and that's the beginning of the slur. And then the last note of measure 1 is high G, E low 2, right there. Okay? So when you play all those notes in order, you have the first note G, second note B, G2, then open D, then G, D3, then B, A1, then D, A3, and you're going to be doing the same bow direction when you go to the last note, E low 2. Okay, I was just trying to do it at the same time. All right, so just to show you that slur, guys, the second to last note, the beginning of the slur is D, A3. So, and you're going to be doing an up bow. So make sure that you start at the tip, not at the frog. Start at the tip, A3, and then play E low 2. Remember, E low 2 is middle finger in the middle of tapes 1 and 2 on your E string. That's the last note of measure 1. Okay, so let's play it a little bit slow with the slur in there. 1, 2, open G, first, ready, go. Slur. Okay, that's the first measure right there. The second measure starts again with the same note, E low 2, but it's a dotted quarter note. Excuse me. That means that the note is going to be worth 1.5 beats, and then after that you have F sharp, which is E1, and then the last note right here is A, E3. Okay, so let me start my vacuum real quick. Stop. Wait, no, stop. Sorry, robots. Okay, so anyway, that's how you play measure 2. It's not really that hard. It's not a lot of notes, but beat-wise, you got to know how it's going to be played out. The way I would count this, so make it easier for you for when we have to do all the rest of these parts, is, of course, the first note, G, is going to be 1. And then you have B, D, G2, D, which is going to be 2 te, because remember, eighth notes, the black notes that are connected, are worth 2 notes for every 1 beat. So this is beat 1. Beat 2 is these 2 notes. Beat 3 is these two notes because they're eighth notes again, and beat 4 is the slurred eighth notes. Okay, and then we have the dotted quarter note, which when you start playing it, say it like this: 1.5, and then go to the F sharp. So 1.5 F A rest, like that. That's the rhythm of it. So listen again: 1.5 F A. Okay, now you wouldn't go 1.5. It's not three separate notes. You're holding out that E low 2 for that amount of time. So 1.5 F A rest, like that. Okay. So let's play measures 1 and 2, starting here and going all the way to the quarter rest where my mouse is going to stay. Okay. Starting on open G, 1, 2, and a 1, 2, ready, go. Slur, 1.5 rest. Okay, so let's try that again one more time because I was a little sloppy. 1, 2, open G, 2, ready, loud. B, B. Slur, rest. Okay, so these two notes have a slur, and then the dotted half note Elo 2 to F sharp E1 is also a slur. Okay, so remember that these two notes move in the same bow direction, and these two notes move in the same bow direction. Luckily for violins, measures 3 and 4 is the exact same rhythm. The notes are different, the string positions are different, but the rhythm is exactly the same because you have quarter, eighth, 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 eighth in measure 1. Measure 2 or measure 3, you have quarter, eighth, 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 eighth. It's a high note. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. And then 1.5 ba, ba, rest. Same thing. Same rhythm, just different finger positions. So when you start on measure 3, you're going to start on open D and do pretty much the same thing almost. It's an arpeggio passage of notes. Okay, let me show you. The first note is open D. You can do it down bow because it has that half rectangular symbol above it. So play D. Then 2 te is F sharp, D2, then open A. Okay, so D, F sharp, A. Okay, in beat. Then you would have regularly what we would play as A3 or D. Okay, you played it over here, same note, except this one has a 1 on top of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift. What shifting means is that you're going to put your one finger, your index finger, on A3 because you're going to start playing notes a little bit higher on the instrument. Now, before you start freaking out, like, I don't have the tapes. How am I supposed to know? I'm going to show you. Okay, it's not really hard. So again, let's try this. D, F sharp, A, and then A3, moving your index finger to A third tape. All right, let's try just that. 1, 2, open D, ready, go. D, F, A, then A3 with your index finger. After you play the A, move your hand and put your index finger on A3 for that first part. Okay, one more time. 1, 2, ready, go. D, F, A, move, A3. Okay, with 1. All right. Then after that, you're going to do A3 with 1. Then you're going to put your 3 above the fourth tape. Okay, like the same amount of space that you would do 1, 2, and 3, do 1, 2, and 3. So same thing. Okay, so that's going to be your new 3, your shift 3. All right, so let's start these shift notes. A3 with 1. I'm just going to do pizzicato. A3 with 1. A shift 3, which is going to be your ring finger above the fourth tape. Then you're going to move your fingers to E3 with 1 still. And then you're going to do the pinky. See that? D, A, D, A, D, A, D. Okay, if you want to hear how it's supposed to sound, do open A, then A3. A, D, except you're doing it higher. So it's going to be E, 3 with your 1 finger because you're in shift position, E, and 4. A, B, C, D. See that? It's 4 notes up. A, B, C, D. So that's the last note right here. That's this high note. So you go from E3 to E shift 4. Okay? E3 with 1 to E shift 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just spread out your fingers and try and get that note. A, D. Okay? So again, this whole measure right here, starting on open D. 1, 2, open D, down bow, ready, go. D, F, A, shift. 1, 3, 1, 4. See that? Okay. Let me show you sideways. 1, 3. Slippery bow. Sorry. 1, 3, 1, 4. Okay, it's just like that. Okay, when you have to move from A3 to E3 for those notes, just slide your finger back. Don't slide it, but like let it fall back onto the E string. Keep it in the same place. 1, 3, 1, 4. Then, staying in this position with your 1 on E3 and your 4 up here, you're going to do 3. So, 1, 4. It's going to be a slur, sorry. 1, 4. Then 3. It's a little bit above 4th tape with your ring finger. That's the 3 that my mouse is pointing at. Then this note is sharp 1. Your 1 was on E3. If you have a sharp, you have to go 1/2 step above, and you have to move your 1 finger to the middle of 3 and 4 for that one note, and then 2 would be on E4. 1, 2. Okay, so let me explain again. The 3 is a little bit above 4. That's this note that I'm pointing at right now, right here. That's 3. So look at it. Then your 1 finger is going to go to 3.5. It's still a slur. So 3, like that. 3, sharp 1, and then 2 would go on the 4th tape. Okay? So let me show you guys how to do this. Measures 3 and 4, and then we'll play the whole thing, and then we'll be done, at least for now. Starting on open D. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, go. Ooh, I didn't move. One more time. 1, 2, ready, go. D, F, A, move. 1, 3, 1, 4. 3, 1, sharp 1, 2. Okay? It should sound like that, okay? So that's how you play measures 3 and 4. Let's play all of measures 1, 2, 3, and 4. I encourage you to play along with the playthrough video that's going to be in the description of this one, just so you can play along with the notes, know how they sound, get familiar with it, because if you know how it sounds, it's easier to play. All right? So here we go. Measures 1 through 4. 1, 2, and 1, 2, ready, go. Rest. Shift. Move the finger. Rest. Okay? That's measures 1 through 4 right there. All right? I'm not going to go over measures 1 through 4 of the second one, the Dancia, because it's a little bit easier. I know you're like, oh, what's this then if it's easier, Mr. Nova? It's really not that hard. It's a scale coming down. I can show you guys how to do that in class. But the first one's a little bit more difficult. So I'm going to use the videos to really help you guys with those, okay? Just to give you an idea of what it sounds like, measures 1 through 4. Here we go. Listen up. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's the tempo right there, 132. So it's fast, okay? The more we start working on this and getting all our fingers and notes and accuracy better, the better it's going to be for the audition, believe me. So start working on this. It might not be too hard for some of you, but if you start working on it, you won't have to worry about it after that. And then you can start worrying about this measure and this stuff, okay? But we will take it, excuse me, one step at a time. Thank you very much for watching. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. And I will see you guys soon when we get back to school. Bye.